tonight's broadcast brought to you by the Fifth Dimension. It is election night. Hooray. Can't wait for it to be over. So I don't think it's going to be a full landslide for Republicans, but it's not going to be a landslide for Democrats, at least at the moment. Now, what might look like, I guess, on my face. Or not. I think I've lost my mind. So, where was I? Yeah. Okay, tonight is, yeah, it's really just, I have to take a look at what that is. I'll be back. Whatever. I'm losing my mind. I guess something was there. It's gone now. Yeah. It's an alien implant. Alright, yeah, sorry about that. I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. I got some rest. So I'm going to do the best I can here. I'm going to bed right after this. So if you submit a question, I'll be answering tomorrow. Those are like 5-day or 7-day. It's just not happening. So I'll be lucky if I can make it through this. So last night kind of had, I don't know, a battle of the universe or something like that. And I connected with, it's like, give me something, universe, give me something. Come on, help me out. So the secret space program, Illuminati High Mind. So what the hell does that mean? It is, I mean, I figured. Okay, words aren't going to go too well today. But it's basically how our reality is set in place right now. It's been in, you know, you can say in the secret space program is going on forever, basically. Of course, more of the human here has gotten involved with it in some shape or form, but I'm not going into that. But basically, the aliens, you know, Pleiadians, Arcturians, whatever, reptilians, positive, dark, whatever. Basically, our roadmap is, a lot of it's designed by them, not entirely. Of course, in the spirit world, it's really being designed, but, you know, the aliens are helping us create our civilization. And a lot of stuff are being placed, like vacuums and technologies and whatever. All of these things are originated from space program, either downloads or whatever it is. You can call it Star Wars, call it Star Trek in some ways of scenarios. Basically, they built our civilization. Illuminati energies are connected to it. A lot more positive Anunnaki Illuminati is connecting to us. Of course, some might have difficulties accepting that, but that's fine. A lot of my DNA, or is my connections, are Anunnaki, along with the Zeta and every whatever else. Alpha Centauri, which is a rare one, I think that's really been mentioned. I don't mention it very often. So, you know, basically our creation. And I got some downloads, so I'm gonna try and do a download here if I have. So this might be a continuation for tomorrow because I don't have a. I'm gonna do the best I can, but I want to get this out there. The best, you know, get at least the idea of it out there, and other, you know, basically, just, you know, the galactic forces have always been here, obviously. So you can call that the secret space program. Is another way because you can see it's been humanized. You can say. It's not, you know, and of course in the 1950s and all that, NASA's been, you know, keeping us, like the Men in Black is in NASA and the Martians are NASA. I mean, whatever. But our see, like World War II, it feels like, yeah, well, obviously, you know, right now, I've said this before, the thinking patterns that we live with right now come from grandma and grandpa for the most part, parents too, but it does go back to the ancestors, and mostly grandma and grandpa. And how to live, go buy stuff at Sears, or now it's Amazon. We're kind of copying, we're modernizing it, but copying the old way of doing things. So eventually that's going to sort of fade out, and men are having difficulties accepting that. It's like, why would you want to live in the old world? They're not realizing it for the most part. Of course, majority of the population is doing that. Such as election night tonight. Also, I mean, I guess you need like a massive movement of galactic hippie to really hit this world to change things. And it's building, it's growing, and some of it might have to get violent in some shape or form. Doesn't mean it needs to, but it might turn into that because that's the human way. But sometimes you have to put your passion out there to get things going. We're in the early stages of it, basically. But yeah, more Palladian, Arcturian knowledge are being put out into the public, basically, and people are going to have difficulties accepting it. But realize, the modern human runs on old brain technology. It is a copy of the past. I don't know when that hell is going to go into the mainstream of just, do you really want to live that? I mean, now you got gamers online, which is like, I don't know, it's like a horror show watching some of that stuff. But either way, but our way of life will eventually start to shift into a more high dimensional direction. So like the third dimension has to heal. And where do you go is thoughts, and a lot of it's come from grandpa and grandpa. As much as you might love them and everything, a lot of them have looked the other way, and a lot of, we have a lot of racism here, we have a lot of materialism here, and a lot of it comes from the baby boomer energies. I work for a baby boomer, actually, and it's like the only way he finds any happiness is buying shit, even if it's $1. It's like he has no real enjoyment in life, really. He's married, but doesn't really care much for it. But a lot of it's just buying shit. So it's like I need some way to find, and that's the old way of thinking, So of course he had a lot of easy stuff, and he had a new car when he was younger. It's like, jeez, anything else you need? So anyway, the higher mind of the Illuminati higher mind is connected to the space program, positive or light. Alright, I'll go into the downloads. I'm doing the best I can here. So if this is half baked, I'm doing the best I can. So be kind, or not be kind, whatever. I was going. The dark is what's happening with the Illuminati in general. I mean, from what basically, the dark kill, the light usually doesn't. The light, why would you want to kill? And so when the dark kills, the dark wins for the most part. So you wonder why the light positive Illuminati aren't all that organized, because there's not that many of them, because most of them have been wiped out from what I've gathered. And so it's not easy, and they're not they're not always on the attack. The dark is always on the attack. You see the child trafficking and stuff like this. A lot of this stuff's going to start coming, channeling messages. Just people are going to start realizing what's going on little by little. It's like you have a chest in the house or something, like an old whatever, a family heirloom that's been closed forever, and you start to, it's like old as the earth, you can say, and we're starting to open it up and see what's inside of it from our ancestors. A lot of people are going to have difficulties accepting it, or whatever it might be. Like, I don't know when this stuff's going to go mainstream, because all these types of things, what I'm saying, and even other channelers or whoever else is out there, Eckhart Tolle is great and everything, and that's good. It is comfort food, but the rest of, that's good. It helps the soul heal and stuff like that. But what about all our galactic connections that need to come into the mainstream? I don't know when the hell that's going to go. I mean, I'm doing the best I can, and I get kind of floored by YouTube, and I don't just like, I'm not fighting that battle. I guess we become a gamer or something like that. God help us all. What kind of world? What's going on? It's just. Oh, jeez. I mean, I see some of what PewDiePie is doing. I guess it's all memes now. What the fuck? Yeah, the future is looking bright. What the fuck is going on? So, I guess you can say we're kind of we're building the pot of information, and eventually it'll go out into the mainstream. So Illuminati forces are regaining now, like World War II. Obviously, well, the it's you know, there's different alien races at World War II. The bomb that was there's different ways of looking at it. Some wanted to see what happened. Others wanted nothing to do with it. It was a fast fix. It was, you know, and they wanted to see, you know, just all these things that were not. It was basically, you know. World War II was planned, I believe, but it kind of got out of hand. So, it wasn't meant to go in the direction that it did. It wasn't meant to have a bomb, you know, we need to, you know, kind of go into a quicker ascension, but things kind of exploded. So, I'll see if I can get on, pick up with that. Yeah, 9/11, that caused a lot of difficulties. Now, like with 9/11, what I keep sensing, and I go through Neutron also, ask them about this because only so much one person can channel. Get different perspectives basically. 9/11, I felt like after that happened, I felt there was many scenarios that were going to occur, and not just the Iraq War. I mean, here in America and probably around the world. And some people were worried about what people were worried about was actually pretty. I think it's pretty accurate. They were truly going to come after us. And it all did not work out, as you can see. You can see a thing with the screening at the airports. It is a joke, but that's a small price to pay compared to what they're going to do to us. They're really going to do martial law on the United States, turn into like what you call a Big Brother state, yeah, or worse. You know, kind of like a military turn America into a militarization, a wasteland basically. Trust me, there have already been signs of it, camps and stuff like that. It's all justified. I mean, they were pushing for it, but all that got stopped. That tells you the galactic forces here. There's a lot of beings here helping us, because that stuff was really going to occur. From what I felt, and you know. You don't have to worry about it now or future times. So you can say like the financial crisis in 2008 was kind of like them trying to they didn't get what they wanted, so it's like screw you basically. So they kind of, you know, it was like, you know, it was like their last. I wouldn't say it's their last. I believe it's like their last kind of attack in that regard. If there's any others I'm not aware of, but who knows what the future holds. But I believe we are going into a positive timeline. It's not going to be easy to get there. With the high mind of the Illuminati energies within the space program, it's basically how our civilization is now. Think of it, and let's look at Mars for example. I'm gonna use this as an example because I don't have 100% like channeled ideas, but let's put it this way: our society is created by beings on Mars that have, like, you can say, Illuminati ties. They have to be at a higher ranking, and other beings are involved as our civilization evolves. So it's like they get the template of what we're going to experience on our world. Technology wise, they're going to try and put in whatever they can, you know, and how our lifestyles. The Industrial Revolution, I believe, was created somewhere else and brought here. I mean, we're not that smart to come out with all this. I mean, we could have had an Industrial Revolution ages ago. So, you know, because of war, trying to wipe us out, we just had one thing after the other. You can say a lot of alien peace treaties are being made. We finally come, and a lot of the technologies of the Industrial Revolution, what I've received, because a lot of lives are lost. A lot of Zeta information came in, and how to use this stuff wasn't really that clear. So a lot of people lost their life. You know, we had to learn. But it's like, I believe, from what I feel, it could have went a lot better. You know, our plumbing system could have been a lot better about polluting all these, you know, lakes and stuff like that. It could have went better, but either, I'm not sure the details of why. Either they're speeding it up, whatever it was, I don't know. So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt, but, you know, all this stuff comes here for a reason. It's not all just appears out of nowhere. They see our future, like Illuminati energies have more of a, can you call them like our grandfathers or something? Some are very wicked and some are very kind. Now, there's a part of Illuminati that they're not killing each other, from what I figured, but there is a level where they are, and that's where it hits us the hardest. Because like that's when the dark win. It's like playing chess. It's like the dark ones are winning, the other guys are losing. Screw you. So that's what we've been going through. The dark ones have been winning, so we got more violence here. We got more, you know, whatever, you know, we got the election crap. You know, we have all this phony garbage basically because the dark keeps winning. Well, over time, as we awaken, you can say more of the light will take, you know, be able to heal this situation. So does that make sense, class? I wasn't expecting to say that, but you know, it's kind of like that. It's like we're going to become more knowledgeable of our situation here. Now, if you believe it or not, it's a whole different story, and that's fine. Not everybody's going to believe everything, but it's like we're going to go into it. Yeah, we're going to get some downloads. See, a lot of stuff we haven't got downloads about everything because some of it's like way off our plates. Like, what are you talking about? So we're gradually starting to learn about our reality. It's like it's time to start to grow up, basically, as our senses start to increase. Because when I'm here, sometimes I feel more of the Palladian, and I feel more of the alien beings when I'm sitting here. I feel more of their presence here. I feel it, but it's like I'm worn out, so I do the best I can. But think about walking around every day and feeling their presence around. And they can't do that because, I mean, they can, but not yet. You gotta live your life here as the luxury of this reality. So much luxury. And I'm not sure how, you know, your average human that's programmed by the old world, how they're gonna, you know, they're not gonna take all this very well, obviously. But I'm not sure. It's like I always wonder when all this stuff's gonna go into the mainstream. And let them kick it out or get angry. It's heading into that direction, but we might be a few more years for this type of the philosophies of our reality going into the mainstream. It's going to get there eventually. I mean, they can spit it out all they want. Kind of like with David Icke talking about the Queen, stuff like that. You know, it's like it's out there. Take it or leave it. Same thing with this. I don't know, you know, so we're kind of, you know, the soup is, the ingredients are put in the soup and eventually be served to others if they want to take it or not. It doesn't really matter. Basically, our philosophies are going to start to shift. And look at what's going on, you know, the mainstream human mostly goes by what the old people have lived. Now, a lot of old people are changing. Not all old people are part of the old world, but most are. This is the best they can do. There's a lot of criticism of how they went about things. I'm not going to all that. But, you know, it's basically we're running on old ideas, basically. We're modernizing it a little bit by staring at your phone and playing video games online. Yeah. Of course, there's a lot of positives, of course. I mean, at least the internet is giving us a break from, at least internet video is a break from the mainstream media and all that, so it does weaken the mainstream media, so that's a big deal. Instead of having 3 networks or Fox News and all telling us what to think. So when the internet's really got a lot of power, luckily it's still, it's, you know, it's going to have light and dark there, of course. But when the dark starts to crying, you feel their energies, and if they're in a hissy fit, it shows where they're coming from. So I think that went pretty well. I think. Okay. Not done yet. Yeah, I'm definitely not thinking right, that's for sure. This is IvanTower.com, for those that are new to all of this. We have private sessions throughout the week. So we have the scheduler. We have the Learn How channel if you want to be weird. Google Hangout, Zoom, and channel by phone. We have the shop. About 7 days, probably 8 days now for some people. Doing the best we can. We have 8 days here for delivery, hopefully sooner. You have the other channels and healers that do recommend. You have the social network. Also, the Jake comic that is now the online. The reader is now live. I believe it's all in good shape. I can't be 100% sure. I was gonna go for this, but yeah, and this is a big one. I was gonna go through some of this, but I don't have no energy for it. So basically, Illuminati or David Rockefeller. No, this is Henry Kissinger. Obviously, this is not looking too good. Hillary. David Rockefeller is in this. The Queen of England's in this, and they're all super villains. So, and there's he's a Kissinger's a Republican, so it's not all about Republicans. Then, yeah. So yeah, the big wigs are super villains, and yeah. So this is a continuation, but this is a big moment. Maybe in comics history, maybe because not many politicians getting themselves in their own products. So I don't know. Oh wait, I'm not done yet. Oh come on, computer. Oh. All right, this is the stuff for today. Let's see here. For history's purpose, my brain's on. Okay, so I'm surprised Florida is going more Republican. Ted Cruz is winning. I can't believe that. Poor people, poor everybody. Yeah. So the yeah, it feels like it's not going to be all. Yeah, the Republicans are going to keep the Senate, which is good, and the Democrats are going to take the House, which is good. Or maybe the Republicans are taking it. Holy shit, I was not expecting that. Well, there's a possibility it might be a Republican landslide. I thought it might be. I'm not 100% sure. I'm too tired to know. I wasn't expecting that. It's a possibility. I was thinking like Republicans get the Senate and then Democrats get the House, which, you know. But if the Republicans get everything, there's a possibility of that. I mean, this whole thing fucking sucks. But once the Democrats get out of being possessed by the devil, they'll be more, you know, their energy will connect better. Right now, there's so much darkness around them right now. It's like I don't know how they can win anything. I don't know how they can. It's just there's so much hate, not with all of them, but a lot of them. To heal the hate, not to say Republicans are perfect. That's just the whole thing's a crap fest when you really think about it. But Democrats just have so much darkness around them, bitterness, whatever it might be. They don't have their slick Obama out there to cover up from. Even he doesn't look like he feels like they're going to win. When he was doing speeches, it looked terrible. So it's like, you know, it's not about Republican, Democrat. It's like just fucking. We'll figure it out eventually, but eventually it'd be nice. I don't think it'll be in my lifetime, but seeing those two parties dissolve would be nice. But you never know. Okay, sorry about that, but it is the crapshoot night, so I might as well mention it. All right, and that's only because the energies I pick up on it. So things are, well. Let's put it this way. Let's see, we've got 2 more years until the next election cycle. 2020, right, is when the election starts to begin. More of the alien. Now, in the news, I showed you the Drudge Report. There's been more alien stuff on that site than I've ever seen before. I check it every once in a while, like once a day. There's been an alien article about NASA looking for alien. I mean, they're talking about it, and it's more than usual. Usually they don't. They'll maybe mention every 6 months, maybe, or once a year, maybe a couple of times a year. I've been seeing it more and more recently. Of looking for aliens, or seeing the stuff in the sky, stuff like that. It's becoming more and more active. So let's see, 2020 election. Let's put it this way: what I see is Trump winning the next election. Not to say Republicans are better than Democrats. None of that nonsense. It's just that's what I see. And so with that, I see more alien disclosure. I don't know how the hell it's going to happen, but I feel it more likelihood as it becomes part of our consciousness somehow. Doesn't mean ships are going to land or anything like that. It's just the vibration of their existence is going to increase. Like walking around feeling their energies around might become normal. Seeing them, you never know. Everyone's different. So the likelihood of their vibration getting stronger with our Earth is highly likely. Between now and then, of course. But around in 2020, that the energies are going to they're going to like multiply. I don't say what exactly is going to occur, but we're heading into that direction. It's time. Now, not everybody will agree with this and that, and does it matter? It's like you believe this person's channeling, you believe this person's not channeling. It's like, oh God. I know, it's like high school all over again, isn't it? It's like junior high all over again. It's like you're gonna beat the, this girl likes that guy, and oh God, it's like, yeah, it's a tired out world. So we're eventually going to graduate out of the ideas of third dimension. Let's put it that way. The ideas of murder every week, every day. It's we're going to slowly go into a healing phase when these things become less and less likely. Those with the ego with all this, I don't know where they're going to go. It's unfortunate. It's like this is for everybody. This isn't for like one person. Everybody comes to them. This is for everybody to. I mean, don't you want everybody to connect to this stuff? Do you want to stay in the state we're in right now? I mean, it's like you needed a galactic Jesus to walk around, and just, God, I hope not. We don't need that. We need more people just awaken to their own abilities, their own self, and realize they have power of their own. Who knows when those powers will activate? That they may want to activate it now and fly off to another planet. I don't know how that's going to go. You gotta be patient with everything. Patience is key in all this. And just go with the flow and not get too aggravated. I mean, there'll be times of aggravation, of course, but so that's where we're heading for what I see. I guess we can put in predictions and all that in the title one of these days, but it's likely this vibration is going to get stronger and stronger in a positive light. Some are going to connect to the dark side. It's part of their. It'd be kind of fascinating to see that. See more you're already seeing it already, but to really see people recognize the reptilian within themselves, or the Palladian in themselves, or all the different races, even alien races that never even heard of, and putting that out there. I mean, a lot of drag queens look alien-like already, kind of give you a hint of what's to come. Doesn't mean everyone's going to look like that, but it gives you a hint of the outside world connecting to us, because they look very alien. If you look at it, they don't look like they're from this planet, because they're not. They're recognizing their origins. They might not connect to their alien origins, but showing you what's to come. Doesn't mean everybody's going to dress up like that. I highly doubt it. I think I'll pass on that one. But just showing that the bizarreness of like people are already coloring their hair, bizarreness of basically people becoming maybe more flamboyant, whatever it is gonna, just you're raising your vibration, right? So you change your look. It doesn't mean you have to do the drag queen stuff, but just for example, it's just another way of us shifting out of this way of life. Is this like, look what we're doing right now, grandpa and grandpa ideas. We're killing each other. We're just going to Walmart and spending all day there. I mean, obviously you gotta survive and stuff, but realize all the ideas are coming from the past. Not to make everybody bad. You're not bad to think like that. Not at all. It's just if you want to change, because a lot of people are depressed here. They're miserable because you cannot connect from somewhere else, and they see being here and these ways of ideas don't fit with them. So you go out more galactic. Of course, you become more homesick, connecting to the universe. But at least you have more of an idea of who you are than you did before. So that's supposed to be easy. This is not easy. This is not easy. It would be nice to have this information out in the public, where you get like thousands of views or more than that. Eventually it will. I'm not even sure that may happen in my lifetime, but you never know. It'd be nice more of these, and humanity just starts to slowly, just whatever works. Yeah, it'll take time. I know after my lifetime, I'm definitely going to be recognized by somebody, for sure. So, yeah, these are growing pains. It's rough. It's very, very rough. All right. For the how we're put together by Illuminati high mind stuff, is basically, think of a lot of it's coming from astral. Is like how do we get from the 1800s, 1700s, and how do we get from there to here? Now we have all these objects and all. Of course, World War II put a lot of technology into our reality. So you can say with darkness comes light. It's like, as problem is they wanted to destroy the planet while they were at it. And you can say why they wanted to blow up the world, because they very much were planning. That was the plan. At least some of them were pushing for. So more of the galactic aliens came in. So is it the kids just can't know how to handle this place? Yes and no. The kids are being manipulated by beings we don't understand. They're more highly evolved. The beings here are more highly evolved, and they got many agendas, and we can't quite figure it out because they're screwing with our minds and our energies and not letting us, not letting us see what's going on. It's kind of like, what is it? Like the boogeyman is kind of like staying hidden, but kind of controlling us in some ways. It's like they're operating, they're not revealing their full selves. I mean, they are, but they're not helping us understand them. Like us being activated or anything like those that are connected. They're so good. Yeah, whole thing took a dive as I was talking about that. And it is election night, so YouTube's getting hit pretty heavy. I guess it's still working, so. But yeah, it's a big. We're going into galactic awareness. So, like the history of us, how it brought us basically came from Illuminati beings that you can say they kind of conquered our world in the past, conquered other worlds. So they kind of what they say goes. But of course, they might have the architecture, and that connects to the archons. The architecture, but other beings come in and cause difficulties or help us or hurt us. And they don't always interfere with that. As long as they're not affecting them, they don't really care. They're kind of interested in this whole thing, see how we go. So when you have reptilians that are trying to wipe us out, or whoever it is, there's a lot of beings that are trying to do that. And a lot of them can be childlike, and you can say. And so, and also our race, they call us the child race, but we are also pulling from a lot of these beings on how childish they are too. So I think, the beings that are causing difficulties, they say, we're the kids. Yeah, well, think about them too. Think about kids like, just want to have fun and destroy stuff. Well, that's a lot of the alien beings. So they just, why they're at the level they are, it's just what they're incarnated in, and just, it's a different deal altogether. A lot of them envy us. Oh, that sounds weird. They envy us being here. Spirit world envies us, and we're all sitting here as like, how can you envy this? That is what I've received too. I think I've mentioned that before. Can you imagine that? It's like, are you out of your minds? Why would you envy this? So anyway, I guess from an outsider's point of view, it looks all cherry and roses on the outside. But yeah, we are a reflection of a lot of the alien beings. Are just children too. So not all of them are like that, but you can say coming from the reptilians, yeah. Let's the ones that are causing difficulties. A lot of them are still kids, and so we stay kids, and we're playing with them. We don't always realize we're messing with them, so we cause difficulty for our family. It's like an older brother that has not grown up and still acting like he's 10 or 11, and we're connecting to it dimensionally, but physically we make a lot of mistakes and stuff like that. It's like we get influenced by these beings, as some of you probably have experienced. And so for the positive and not for the positive. So it's like, yeah, there was one girl I knew that she had a spirit guide that came in, and all of a sudden she wanted to shop. All of a sudden she was just in the shopping habit, go shopping. She went shop, and stuff she can't even afford, I think, too. And she had a spirit guide that kind of took over her. So, yeah, those that are talking about negative spirit guides don't exist. Well, think about those that cause violence to their family, to their kids, to Uncle Sam. There are negative guides that do exist. And that's the result. So, and the human can heal that. Not easily, but you can heal it. When they become obsessed with doing something dark, all these movies program people, when they see violence, it's like, you can do this too. You can go and kill and do all this stuff. It's just, in these horror movies, you don't believe the Illuminati's here? The dark Illuminati are connected to the dark horror movies. So, it's right in our face, you just gotta see it. It's obvious, but they don't put their names everywhere, but they do put their symbolisms here and there. And it's all this stuff's going to start to open up more and more. Of course, that's old news, some of that, but not all of it. But definitely negative spirit guides are very difficult to get rid of. I mean, some of them are dark entities that have attached themselves to people that are causing murder and stuff like that. And so when people aren't recognizing it and stuff, they just laugh and just have a blast and play video games online for 8 hours. And it's like, when you want to grow up, let us know. PewDiePie is playing with memes. What the fuck is that? Well, he entertains a lot of kids, I imagine. And even a lot of these gamers entertain a lot of kids, too. It's like, they want to play video. Oh, God. Just the economy is not so great, of course. But we are going into... it's not going to be easy with all this. I'll try to go into a little more detail of this tomorrow. I don't have any energy anymore. It's the best I can do. So, you become an idea, the architect of what I'm getting at with all this. The architect of our society. Obviously, that's pretty complicated. That's really complicated, actually. It comes from somewhere. It doesn't just evolve out of nowhere. It does come from the spirit world, but it goes to our Illuminati, friends of ours. They are connected to the spirit world. They know exactly what they're doing. And, there's always coincidence, and it's people that are born like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. Funny how they just incarnated at the same time. There's plenty of that throughout our history. So, there's light here. It's just that there's so much darkness that can disconnect us from spirit. Now we're reconnecting more with the spirit realms. And the darkness are going to make it easy, of course, because they know that when more humans connect to their spirit energies, it's game over for the dark. So someone like Sylvia Brown, she did a lot of good, but she did a lot of bad too. And it's like, she got taken over, basically. When more people acknowledge their spirit friends and alien friends, it's game over for these dark people. It's truly is. It's like shows the signs of ascension. We're in the early stages of it, but man, things are going to start to light up here and there. And people want to hold on to the third dimension. I think that's to make this reality better is great, but we want to hold on to the way it is now. I don't know why you would want to do that. It's like, remember, we're always evolving. Don't you want to evolve out of violence every day? Poverty? Don't you want your food to be a little bit healthier? That's where we're heading. Slowly. Yeah, it's not maybe like everything's going to switch around tomorrow. Far from it. It's gonna be a while, but the idea of us evolving out of this abyss of darkness is a huge step. Patience is key, yes, definitely. So, all right, take care, everyone. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for your support. It's weird, not really. It's weird at first, but when all this stuff becomes normal, it's not weird anymore. When more people are connecting to this, it's not weird anymore. Now, and everyone more. It's right now. It's strange because only a few are connected to it. You know, well, either way, it's a small group. You know, beyond my connection, but and those that are connected to the UFO information are still connected to the physical, not really connected to the alien side of it. Even David Wilcock kind of connects to it, but he's more into the research, which is nothing wrong with that, but he still has an open mind. So, you know, open-mindedness, being open-minded, even if you don't agree with somebody, being open-minded, even if it's like, oh, those people are Illuminati group, stay away from them. But, you know, that's, you know, as long as you're open-minded and just, you're like, okay, there's not much you can do there, but just let yourself evolve. Have an open mind. You can really just, it's like, let your imagination wander. And it's going to get weird, but that's the idea, because you're connecting more to the spirit realms. Now, if you're connecting to something dark, it shows you're getting manipulated, but either way, all journeys will bring you into more of an awareness of yourself down that road. So, all right, yeah, that was there's a lot out there, obviously, of where we came from. We'll see if I can how much I get. I got this like in the middle of the night, so I don't know if I fired my guides again or not. It was a little bit, there was some stuff going down. So, all right, much love, everyone, blessings. Have a great night. Have a great election night. Take care.